Hello. Today I'm going to be starting a project where I will be making a World War II V-42 combat knife, which was based on a knife known as a Fairbanks sax. Now, this is the template that I found online. I've scaled it up so that it is the full size. And I'm going to be making it out of a laminate steel, which will be San Mai. So it's going to have 2 layers of low carbon steel on the outside with high carbon on the inside. And for my low carbon steel, I will be using antique wrought iron so that when I'm finished, I will be able to etch it and it'll have a really nice pattern to it. And so to start, I'm just going to flatten a few pieces of wrought iron so I can weld them up in a billet and forge weld them. So stay tuned and see what I can do. Alright, so here we are. I've got my 2 pieces of wrought iron that I've taken over the grinder and ground clean of all the scale. And this is my piece of high carbon steel. It is an old file that I annealed and also ground it clean. So now what I'm going to do is stack them up with the high carbon steel in the middle, and I'm going to clamp them up and tack weld it together. So my welds are a little less than perfect, but I have everything tack welded together, and I put a handle on it. So now what I'm going to do is put it into the forge and add borax as a flux to it, and I'm going to leave it in there until the flux starts to boil off the surface of the metal, at which point I will take it out, take it to the anvil, and set the welds. So here I go. I have the billet all welded up. The edges look good. I don't see any obvious delaminations, and hopefully I won't have any by the end of this. So right now what I'm going to do is weld a new handle on this and draw it out to its final length. And I'm not going to fix it in shape. I'm not going to bevel it. Because since it's San Mai and the carbon steel runs up the center of the billet, the more I bevel it, the thinner that piece of metal gets. And I'm just going to grind it to shape and grind into it and expose the good steel. So let me get the forge going and I'll show you when I start grinding it. Alright, so here we are. I finished forging the billet out and I forged a tang onto the billet. And now I have glued the template onto it. And in the next part of this series, I will be grinding the knife to shape and grinding the bevels. And so please like and subscribe if you want to see the next video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.